what? Tell me about it, because this is a story that been circulating through social media, through the internet for the longest. How Gerald Prince Miller from the Supreme Team approached them same preacher Clarence Heatley on the compound when he got that beat was what, Belmont, Texas.
Beaumont. We was down Beaumont.
Okay, speak about that right quick, man.
Well, I was like kind of fresh in. I was coming from Terre Haute to there, and I was around when it happened. You know what I'm saying? He actually did approach it. You know what I'm saying? In there when you trying to run somebody in or whatever you're trying to do, that you gotta have your little knives and stuff. At the end of the day, they just had a word war. You know what I'm saying? And they locked the compound down. You know what I'm saying? And nobody got stabbed. Nobody got beat up. You know what I'm saying? It was a word war, a vicious word war that you wouldn't believe two men from the ghetto even had the intellect to say to each other, right? And but at the end of the day, one thing about Prince, he got a lot of influence on the compound with the homies. I'm from Jersey, so Jersey, New York all run together, especially in spots like that. You know what I'm saying? So they gotta when something like that happen, they gotta put you in the box, you know what I mean, separate and lock everybody up, move everybody around. That's basically like what happened. I don't know what the media is saying, you know what I'm saying? Nobody got hurt, you know what I'm saying? Both of them was men about the situation. They had the little word war of words of might, you know what I'm saying? And that's basically it, you know what I'm saying? It was I don't know what they put out here in the streets.
But sit back and think about it, right? How big and how tall, how much pound do Prince?
Well, anybody who know anything about Preacher Earl knows that the man's about 6'6" and he built like a silverback gorilla. His hands, his fingers is like hot dogs, man. The man is so humongous, man. And not only that, he's like a 5th, 6th degree black belt. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, anybody can say anything about a man. One thing I know for sure from being in 2 institutions with that man, he ain't no pussy at all.
Now sit back and think about it. Like you say, he's about 6'6". Like right now, where it's like what we call a silverback gorilla. How big is Prince?
Shit, Prince about gangster size. He ain't that big. He about 5'8", 5'7". He little.
I'm 5'11".
Oh no, he ain't your size. You done got tall since I seen you.
Yeah, let's get that straight.
Yeah, I ain't know you was that tall. I forgot.
But the difference is how people take a story because they want to trick society and thinking something is real, but it's not. Because once again, you can tell. But even with that Prince and Preacher stuff, we already knew Preacher was Preacher. And what I'm saying right now, we knew he was certified. And the difference is, like you say, when Prince approached him, time out. Unless you went with him with the damn whole United States Army behind you, you know you don't got no damn win. Because once again, I don't care. You can talk that talk, but it's a difference between talking that talk and walking that walk. Because where I come from, in order to get ASS, you got to bring ASS. If you don't bring no ASS, anybody can talk that. But when you're going against a person like Preacher, you better be prepared. And so once again, like I say, when you talk about Prince, yeah, he got a name, he got a reputation, but the difference is right now, are you a warrior? Warrior, won't you come out to play? I was telling you, I was talking about, you know what I'm saying, Tommy, and right now, and this was going to be about, you know what I'm saying, him and Prince. Okay, here it is. Prince and them, they had different territories or whatever. Tommy had different territories. And at one point in time, Prince and them opened up a game room. And it's supposed to be, quite a, a legit game room. So when they opened up the game room, I guess what wound up happening was Tommy people threw a cocktail bomb through the game room. More or less like, blowing it up. So, here it is, they had to shut it down. So automatically, Prince took offense to that. He didn't like that. Like, what the hell is this, man? How in the hell your people gonna blow up my spot, especially if it's a legit spot? Because initially, everybody thinking if you open up a game room and you open up on my territory, it's not a legit spot. Chances are y'all gonna be hustling out of that, and that's a no-no. But lo and behold, what happened was Tommy, I'm saying, him and his right-hand man at the time, Tony, Anthony Jacobs, they was at this restaurant in Queens, called Carmichael, a little hole in the wall. So they was over there eating. and I guess Prince got word of it. So it was Prince, you know what I'm saying, Puerto Rican Righteous, and like several other guys. So they approached, like I say, Tommy. They approached Tommy and Tony while they was eating. And as they approached Tommy, as they was eating, Prince came in there in an uproar. Prince came in there, guess what? You know, like really, like, you know, he gonna get him. He was gonna murder them right then and there. So they say, here it is right now, whereas when they came into the restaurant, you know, Tommy and Tony, they was eating. You know what I'm saying? They was eating whatever they was eating, whether it's lunchtime, whether it's dinner time, whatever. So they was eating. So here it is. It's Prince, Righteous, and it's probably 8 all of them. 8 total. So these guys is strapped. They have the arm. They ready to go. So Prince come at him, man. Yo, who the hell you think you are? Cursing at him, man. This shit is bullshit. Y'all blew up my spot. You know what? You know better than that. What's wrong with you? And I heard Prince was yelling, screaming at the top of his lung. And right now, is only thing they waiting for is Prince to give the word so they can murder Tommy and Tony and Carmichael. So they say Prince going off. You know what I'm saying? Period. So they say Tommy, calmly, them saying right now is took the napkin, wiped his mouth. I'm saying, put the napkin back on the plate and push the plate to the side. And he looked at Prince and he said, come on, man. He said, man, why you have to bring that to me like that? Like, why you had to come in such a disrespectful and gangster tone, man? I thought we was better than that, man. He said, right now, I never came to you like that. So here it is. You know, this guy just got finished yelling at you, screaming at you, being borderline disrespectful, but he got the crew. And here it is, opposed to Tommy jumping up all rah-rah. Yo, who the hell you think you talking to? You can't talk to me like that. No. Tommy was smooth. Tommy was like, you know, like, I'm talking about right now, like Coolio Smoothio, man. You know, like I say, that poor little rich kid. The way he handled it with so much of class, grace, and style that Prince had to bow down. He had to back down. And everybody like, you know, like, how in the hell can you come back and kill this man after this man delivery? He telling them, listen, man, why? I thought we had a better relationship than this. Why did you have to come to me all rah-rah with everybody when you didn't have to do that? He said, come on, man, I never disrespect you. But they say like the way that he did it, it became like the move, checkmate, while even playing chess.
Yes, we're in Sin City, Las Vegas.
Welcome to Las Vegas. You're here. Do you know where to go? Vegas Noir Transport will suggest the hottest spots and then get you there safely and quickly. Club crawls and tours or pickup and drop-offs. You work or party